Hello everyone, this is Garrett, and this is Super Panda Adventures by Blue Eagle Productions. It's a pretty fun game, and someone pointed it to me on Twitter, and it had the word panda in it, which made me instantly buy the game. And upon buying it, I found out that it's actually quite fun, so I figured I'd record it because it looks quite fun. Playing on redonkulous difficulty. I haven't actually finished the game yet, but I have played it for a while just to see what it plays like. And yeah, it's basically a platformer game, and it comes with a whole variety of pretty cool stuff as we play along. And this right here is a save gem, and if we press up, we use it to save the game, and it's quite useful.
Good morning, Fu. I hope you're feeling well. Today is your special day.
Yay!
Your training is almost complete, little panda. I am very proud of you.
Thank you, Master Wushu.
Get ready for your closing ceremony. Princess Maya is already very excited about it.
Yes, Master Wushu. I'm also excited to finally be allowed to meet her in person.
You are finally worthy to protect her life. You have been trained very hard for that, and now it's time to party.
By the way, Master Wushu, have you seen my training sword?
Yes, you've left it in the forest again. Go get it and we can prepare the ceremony.
And that is exactly what we are going to do. We are going out to get our sword after talking to this little mouse guy. Hi, Mr. Fu, great day, innit? I'm in the mood to go swimming today. That sounds really cool. Maybe we can all go swimming after the party at the castle later. Yes, indeed we could. But we choose not to do that just yet. Now, can't really go many places except for the exit right now, which brings us to a kind of Commander Keen-like world map, which is pretty cool. I haven't really seen one of these world maps in so long, so it's kind of actually somewhat refreshing to see a world map like this. It's kind of blocked off, so right now we're just going to go to Blobby Forest, where we can kind of hang out. There's a blue door over there with a key symbol, which means it's locked. Coins over here, which we can collect, and they're pretty much showing the bottom of the screen, and stars, which add to our experience. And I'm pretty much going to be saving at every single save crystal, as well. This is how long it takes to save. Like, there's just no time attached to it at all. It just saves the game. A little shield thingy, and this sign basically says, remember to use your shield to block any damage. Hold down to use the shield. And if we hold down, we indeed become a shield pretty much. And well, this is what happens when you run into something with the shield active. It makes your shield bar go down a bit, but that's pretty much it. And if you get hit, normally, like without the shield, you'll actually take a fair amount of damage on this difficulty. But fortunately, those red potions will just rejuvenate all your health pretty much back to normal. I think the small ones are worth 10, and then there's bigger ones which are like 20 or something like that. But not using the shield there, it took 19 damage from one hit, which is kind of scary, as you can probably imagine, as your health is somewhat scarce. There are a lot of health items at the start, but the further you get in the game, like the more stuff you'll encounter pretty much, so it does get scarier. You got the training sword. You can perform basic attacks using the attack button or hold it down for a power attack. So now we got ourselves a little sword. We can swing it maddeningly while looking incredibly annoyed at something, or we can indeed hold it and we'll start walking slowly, which makes a cool sound when you use it. Another thing which I should mention is that the music is like really good, and it stays that for pretty much the entire game for what I've played so far, which is cool. But yeah, this flower, now a blobby, pretty scary. And once you start hitting it, a health bar appears, a little combo meter in the bottom, which shows you just how much damage you've done. I think it's without taking damage, but no, it's not without taking damage, it's just, I guess, in a short period of time. But it's pretty neat. Pretty much just shows off in a number how much damage you've done to that particular enemy, which is nice to know. And yeah, we're just gonna move on, especially like since it has damage numbers and everything. Just gonna use the power attack on this guy. Might just leave him alone because he got, okay, there we go, in a somewhat awkward location. But the power attack is pretty much just twice the strength of a normal attack pretty much, and is quite useful, but it does take some setting up. But if you jump and then just charge it up while you're in the air, then you can do some pretty fancy things. And another thing to keep in mind is that when you're holding the shield, you can't actually attack. So definitely something to be careful of, but we're just going to leave it at that. Now we got our sword, so we can go back to Master Wushu and talk to him with our nice little training sword. And break this thing, because I feel like it.
Here it is. Very good. You seem upset. Is something wrong?
Well, when I was heading back to the village, I was suddenly attacked by some blobbies, and I had to defend myself.
Oh no, what did you do?
I was not riling them up this time.
Blobbies are very aware of their environment. Maybe some strange event is disturbing them.
Like what?
An alien invasion? Haha, good one. We have a ceremony to prepare. Please go and get us some fresh loganberries. Loganberries? Those are my favorites, man. Go find the suspended gardens. Find some loganberries there and bring them to me.
And that's what we're gonna do. We can't just kind of hang out here and walk around this place. There's a lot of breakable blocks, but there's a red key over there, or red key door rather. And we do not have a red key to open said red key door, and it's pretty much the same in the other direction as well. So I'm just gonna leave this place right now and go to the next area on the world map, which has just opened. Normally this area would be gray before it opens up, but now it is in color, and a large arrow is pointing towards it to show that we have business here. And so we are going to clear up this business by just walking around here for a while and figuring out what's up. More blobbies. I should probably stop getting hit by everything, but there you go. You do lose some of your shield bar even if you get hit normally, but you lose a lot more if you're actually holding the shield up. But, well, obviously, having your shield bar go down is not as bad as dying. Dying is kind of bad, and when you die, you pretty much just get sent to a game over screen. And you'll have the chance to load from your last save file, which is pretty much just the last save gem you pressed up against, so it's worth considering, like worth to keep in mind, because when you load a save file, you will just load it with the amount of health and armor and stuff that you died with, or that you saved the game with, rather. So, yeah, if that's not a very high number, you should probably be careful. Now, picking up enough stars, basically, and also these pressure plates, I should probably mention, are buttons, and these things are buttons as well, and pretty much everything you can interact with, you can just press up. But we have just gained a level. As you can see in the bottom right, our level is now 2, and our experience bar is back to a rather large, small yellow blip. And when we press start, we can actually choose between all these various things. There's a few still locked, but we'll unlock those as we go along in the game. And it's stuff like increased mana regeneration, increased mana like in total, shield total, health total, damage total, critical strike chance, give health whenever you hit someone, well, sometimes when you hit someone, make enemies be stunned longer, better pickups, and better blocking, pretty much. And for now, I'm pretty much just gonna put everything in attack, because it's, well, the faster you kill things, the better, really. And having a high attack is quite useful, because you can just kill a lot of things in one hit quickly. And, you know, since you can attack quite rapidly, it's kind of nice that you still don't have to deal as many hits, because you do right now need to be quite close to the enemy to actually kill anything, as you can probably imagine, because we have a very small sword. But there are berries here, and we press up, and we got the Logan berries. They are Fu's favorite berries. Bring them to Master Bushu in the village. And there's a person here. Hello, Fu. How's it going? Hey, Jenna. Everything's fine. Princess Maya is throwing a party for me in the castle. Wanna come too? I'd love to, Fu, but my little puppy dog, Bella, ran away. Don't worry. She's probably in the desert again. She likes the warm sand. I will go and look for Bella, okay? Thanks. I really appreciate it. I'll wait here in case she comes back. Have a good time at the party, man. I also quite like how the facial expressions are slightly different whenever you're having a conversation with someone, which is kind of hard to show off when she only has one line of dialogue left, but you'll just have to take my word for it the next time we actually talk to someone, which is now that we talk to this person right here.
You got the Logan berries. Excellent. What took you so long? Was something happening? The inhabitants of the forest are going crazy. I think something bad is happening, Master Wushu. Like what? Do you think the plants evolved some defensive airborne toxin to make everyone go crazy? What? No, that would just be stupid. All right, enough fooling around, Fu. We will look into this later. Are you ready to celebrate the end of your training? Oh yeah, I'm so excited to see Princess Maya. I wonder what she looks like, because no one's seen her, which is kind of strange. Well, I'm not going to spoil it for you. Go to the castle now and please behave. So that gives you a pretty good idea of what's going to happen right now. But for now, we're just going to talk to this cat ninja thing. It's pretty cool. Hey, Meow. Meow, by the way, is a great name. I accept this name as the cat name. Are you coming to the party later? Sure, I'll sneak in later. Yes, it's a ninja cat. It sneaks. Also, this cow is fantastic. Fantastic. This... Yes. All the yes to that cat right there. And we can't exit through this door. Not really
any reason to do so right now. And there's some like extra experience and stuff right here, which is useful. Don't actually know what this is for yet, but I'm sure we'll figure out later. And the shop. Now the shop is quite fun. It gives you a little description of what everything is. Like this is a health item, this is a shield item. This cherry restores basically everything. And then the magic moon. It gives you a lot of experience for a low price. I don't actually have 50 because otherwise if I had 50 this block would break and I would lose 50 coins. But once we have that, I'm pretty much almost exclusively probably going to be buying those because, well, the more experience the better obviously. Because, well, you'll just have better stats, and stats are quite nice. But, as you can see, there's also just moons and stuff behind random doors and just random areas, pretty much, so most of them are just going to be free, but it is nice that you'll be able to buy some as well. But let's go into the castle, Princess Meia's castle.
And so, Fu enters the big shiny castle of Princess Meia, who is already awaiting him. She welcomes him with a big smile, and Fu smiles back at her. They are both very excited. The princess is very shy because she doesn't get many visitors at the castle. They start to chat and time seems to fly by. They laugh and have a lot of fun together. But who is this? Someone uninvited stands in the door, a stranger no one has ever seen before. Fu asks who the intruder is. I am the future of your world, a metallic voice answers in a menacing tone. Fu jumps in front of the Princess Meia to protect her. He will not allow anything or anyone to harm his friends. Stand back, he shouts and draws his sword. Before Fu can react, the intruder knocks him out in one hit. Everything fades to black in front of Fu's eyes. Screams echo in the distance. Everything is dark, silence. When Fu awakes, he is lying in the grass outside the castle.
And now everything is horrible and destroyed, which is kind of sad. Not very nice at all, but let's see if anyone actually survived. Shop's still intact, which is good. Still sells all the same items as well. The cow survived, which is obviously the most important thing of all. Because it's the cow. You gotta respect the cow. But, oh dear.
Master Wushu, what happened? Fu, the princess. They've taken her. I couldn't. Hold still, master. I will get you help. It's too late, Fu. You have to go on and help your friends. Talk to the humans. They can help you defeat the metal monsters. I really want to, but I couldn't even protect the princess. I can't do this. I'm not strong enough. Fu, you have to realize that there's a difference between knowing the path and walking the path. Master!
Meh. And he fades away into blue pixels, as the animals tend to do. Also, I never investigated this chest, I think. This chest is older than the entire village. Master Wushu said only a true hero may find a way to open it one day. But yeah, Master Wushu got killed by whatever that was. Some sort of robot thing. And we are going out to see what exactly it is. We have opened the path to this area now. But there are still some areas which we just can't reach right now. There's this place where we can go. And I might actually go here first because I'm not actually sure what a good idea is. So I'm just gonna go here because why not? Now, red door right there. Sadly, can't really do anything with it. We can't just jump up there right now. So we are just gonna continue downwards and fight some more of these blobbies. Like, the more areas you enter as well, the more different areas you're going to find. Right now, it's pretty much just been those blobbies and the green wizards, and now there's also some blue wizards as well. And there's just gonna be a whole variety of things attacking us sooner or later. And I quite like the way the areas look as well. Everything has kind of a distinct feel. There's a few different biomes, which will obviously have similar ways they look. But there's a lot of different ones, which I think is pretty cool. And again, the music is really good. I had never actually heard of this guy, James Dean, before, but all the music in this game that I've heard so far is incredible. And that alone is pretty much just worth playing this game for, in my opinion. Anyway, I leveled up again, and I have more things to put damage into, so I will. And we have encountered darkness. Now, darkness, as you can see, not really too terrifying. You can still pretty much see everything if you pay close attention to the screen. And, the path in front of you is pretty lit up as well, so nothing really to worry about. It's just that when there's power-ups and stuff, it's, yeah, you kind of have to look very carefully because sometimes they are just kind of hidden in the dark. And, yeah, kind of scary. Also, that large pink monster thing. When it looks at you, it starts to, like, run towards you. And that's kind of bad because this guy does deal quite a large amount of damage. And he also takes quite a large amount of hits. So he's kind of spooky, but nothing to worry about right now, for they all died. And pressing that switch opened up a lot of nice opportunities to go in this direction. Now, I think that if they use magic, then the shield doesn't really do... Well, that does actually work quite well. But I think there are some spells which the shield isn't very effective against. But right now, we're just going to use it as much as possible, because even if we take damage when we have our shield up, we still have that a few seconds of invincibility after taking a hit, which is quite nice, because it makes everything considerably less scary. Because that one hit took 24 damage from my health, and it's quite unnerving. Though I must say there are quite a large amount of health items, which is quite nice. You got the red key. This item can open every red door in this area, but each area uses its own keys, which means that while we have a red key for this area, it won't work for the other ones. So any other red door, we will need to find extra keys, which is most unfortunate, but it is nice to have stuff to look forward to find. It gives us an idea what is to find in that area. And that is exactly what we're gonna do. And now, we can explore this. Oh man, I forgot about this guy. This guy has the greatest disguise. It's hard to tell that he is some sort of robot figure. Like, he has fooled me entirely. But the downside is, as he is a robot, he takes a fair amount of damage, but fortunately our power hits and some dodging is enough to take care of him. Now this area is kind of hard to reach, so I'm not even going to try. Another thing to keep in mind is that you can't actually press buttons while you're in the air. So if that button was within reach and I jump, I wouldn't be able to press it without like standing in front of it like I can do now. So that is something to keep in mind, because otherwise you're just going to jump and then fall to your death, and it would be kind of sad. Welcome to the Cherry Mountain camping site. Ooh. Where we have some tents, a shop again, and we almost have enough money to get that thing. We're running kind of low on shields, so I might actually end up buying some of that, but for now I'm just going to go over here. Why, hello there, Mr. Panda. How's it going? Hi, my name is Fu, and I'm looking for help. Our village was under attack by evil metal beings. Whoa, calm down. Only one thing at a time. So, you can talk? Yes, and they have taken the lovely princess. Can you help me? Sure, Mr. Panda. My name is Tyler, and I'm a very bored adventurer, so of course I will help you on your quest. Awesome! I can see that you have courage in your heart, but your outfit, well, it sucks. What do you mean? We need to make better equipment with a power orb. Go to the crystal cavern and bring one to me. And there is our crystal orb, and of course there's a door in the way, so gonna have to walk around through the crystal caves. And there are, of course, a large amount of adversaries blocking our way, who are very willing to give me some extra experience to put into more damage, because why would I put it in useful things like health and stuff? I don't need health to survive. I only need to hit people. I will probably actually put points into health and stuff later, but for now, damage will pretty much just suffice for everything, really. So I'm not really going to worry about it. And I'm already killing some of the blobbies in one hit, which is quite nice. And, you know, just the extra damage is quite nice. Blue door here, can't really do that, but there is an orb behind it, so it is worth to keep in mind, because, well, the orbs are going to be quite useful, as you will see later. But for now, we are just going to make our way through this crystal cavern. Now, there are some of those blue power-ups which you've seen scattered around, and they are used to give you mana, which is something we can't use right now, but I figured I'd explain it. It is the blue bar in the bottom, and since we can't use it, it'll never run out. So those power-ups are just things I can't pick up right now, but later on it does end up being quite useful, as you will soon see. And with soon, I mean somewhat soon, relatively soon, because it shouldn't take too much longer before we can get magic. Now, sadly, if I didn't suck, I would have jumped to the left here and I would have been able to climb up this thing as it was growing, pretty much. And then I probably would have made it up there. But for now, we're just going to have to skip that. Fortunately, when you re-enter an area, all these switches and stuff are reset. So if you do end up missing something like this, then you can just go away from the area and go back again, and all of the switches will be reset, so you'll just be able to get another chance at getting it, basically. And it's not too far away from the start either. If you run pretty quickly, you'll be able to get to that area pretty fast. So it's usually not too much of a hassle when you figure out that there is stuff to get there later. And this game does have a tendency of making you go back to an area at a later time as well. So it is usually just something you'll end up having to do later anyway. And there was, of course, that one orb behind the blue door, which we can't get right now, so we're just going to have to go back here and later anyway. So we have reasons enough to try it again at a later point in time. But for now, we are climbing back up, getting the cherry, which, as the shop said, raises everything back to full, which is nice. And now we have the power orb. Your orbs, use orbs to improve your weapons or armor from the pause menu. And that was a really large detour, which could also have just been this door, but there you go. Let's talk to Tyler.
I found this glowing orb in that cave. What? Who are you? Oh, right, go and talk to Randolph at the forge. He can tell you more about this orb thing.
He's a very helpful guy, that guy. I like his goggles, though. They are almost half of his face. First, I'm gonna go to the shop and get this thing right here. And that cost quite a bit of money, but it did make like a quarter of my experience go up, so that is quite nice indeed. Now that we got this thing, we can go to Randolph over here, who has a large box standing behind him, and a forge and all kinds of nice things. And he's pretty much 90% beard, which is quite nice.
Hello, Mr. Panda. What can I do for you? Mr. Dwarf, can you tell me what this glowing orb is for? Of course, it's a power orb. It can be used to improve your weapons or armor. Armor? I don't have any armor. You are in luck. You can have this one. I've made the armor for my cat, but it should suit you as well.
You got the simple armor. It grants a total of 10% reduction of all damage reduced, and it looks quite stunning.
Thanks a lot, and what exactly can I do with the power orbs now? You'll need at least 2 orbs to improve your weapon or armor to the next level. But I only have 1 orb. You know what? I feel generous today. Take the spare orb I had left, but don't tell Tyler I had one.
And we get a second one, which is quite nice.
Awesome, thank you. Use it wisely. Now go and talk to Tyler again. I know he has an important task for you.
And I'm pretty sure that's actually the last time we'll ever talk to him, probably, but there you go. Let's say goodbye to our forgotten friend. And we can now actually upgrade one of our items here. This thing is still unknown, so can't really do anything with that. But we can upgrade our weapon and our armor. And I'm going to go with our armor, because I don't want something made of wood and looks more like the toothpick of a woolly mouth.
But I want the weapon of choice used by the brave knights,
because it's quite sharp. And it also looks like it could also fit a cat. I wonder why. But our sword looks slightly different now, no longer made of wood, which is quite nice. And let's talk to Tyler, who I'm sure has very important things to say to us right now.
Alright, Panda, you look like a warrior to me, or rather a fuzzball in a pink dress. But I don't feel like a warrior. I couldn't protect the princess, and now these machine men have taken her.
While you were in the cave, I was exploring this place a little bit, but I can't find any of these machine men.
What? But they're everywhere, even right outside this camp. Well, if you say so. They are wearing masks to disguise their metallic faces so you don't recognize them as evil beings.
Clever. So where was the first time you noticed something was going on?
Let's see. I was in the blobby forest and the blobbies were going crazy.
Check out that blobby forest again. Find out what's up and come back when you've dealt with the situation.
Good plan. See you later, Tyler.
And that is our next goal. However, I am going to take a little break as my throat is very dry. So I hope you enjoyed it so far. This is Super Panda Adventures, and I will see you next time where we play more Super Panda Adventures. I'm not sure what we'll be doing next because there's still a lot of opportunities to do right now, but we shall see that in the next video. Bye-bye.